Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday. It is the 26th of March 2025. It's about 9:30 p.m. on the West Coast, obviously just after 12:30 a.m. on the East Coast. First of all, remember, this is not a financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is simply a video blog on how one trader sees the market, and everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. All right, so obviously we've been rallying since this low. Is this just a relief rally and then another leg down, or are we going to have a V-shaped rally like COVID? I mean, who knows, guys? Who gives a shit? Just the signals out there, and it's just a matter of focusing, closely on them, right? So, just quickly, just want to talk about CBA, right? I've been CBA for a long time, got a big paper profit there. I don't want to see it disappear, all right? Because you can make money in a bull market, but it's all about holding on to your money too, right? Like, it's no point making all this money if you've then just kind of squandered away, right? So, is this this is the high, all-time high, and then we've had a B, C correction, okay? And is that the end of the correction? And is the long-term uptrend going to continue? Or is it going to come down and take this low out, right? And I think if it comes down and starts dumping down below this support, it's probably it for me. Right. Whereas if this long-term uptrend then gets back on its way and it chops around and then starts forming a new little swing high and then takes that out, then it, the uptrend's intact, right? So there's a lot of that kind of analysis going on in my long-term holds, because I do want to hold some of these stocks for the next 20 years if I can, and it's hard, right? Because like CBA, right, if those following on, I was piling into this at, where was it, like $80, got more at $100 or whenever it was, I forget. But anyway, there's some good money that's been made, right? So anyway, that's that. Like gear, just for those who are following, right, I post on the forum, I entered this guy here at 27.50, that's my ad. I don't always nail it like that, but kind of nailed the low just quietly, and then we'll see what happens from here. Okay, obviously this is something that I'm not planning on trading, even though maybe I should be in a different account and just trading this sucker when there's blood on the streets. Like, anyway, go back and listen to this Breakout Wednesday, right? If you want, but maybe this has another leg down. I get another opportunity to add low, but yeah, certainly had a nice bounce since that kind of panic on that day there, and we'll see what's going. We'll see how that unfolds. But that long-term account is obviously been propped up and has been added to back there. Now let's just go some of the other trades that been chatting to about. YUMC, I'm in it still. Showing a little paper loss at the moment. So let's see. Okay, we'll pull back next week. ATRO, a minute. Okay, great start, right? Kind of that little power play I was talking about last week. I love those setups, right? It's just, it's just so good. Look at it, holy shit. I just want to take these all day long, right? It's so nice. Anyway, it's like I'm falling in love with the chart right in front of everyone. What else is there? CHKP, churning away. This is that one I'm using, the Davis low. Been really patient on it. Anyway, see what's going on. And this other one, I can't really remember if I talked about it last week. I know I've got it written down on a bit of paper here, so I know that I meant to, and I'm pretty sure I would have then. But KPLT, okay, this ascending triangle on this financial stock, and it's a pretty classic setup. Obviously, I think I talked about it last week, but anyway, that's going well. So anyway, I might have to cut YUMC. Unfortunately, I thought I was going to be in a huge winner there, but anyway, I've got to stop. Stop here. So anyway, we'll see. Maybe it still turns into a big winner. We'll wait and see, right? Now, let's just run through. I'm just freewheeling today because there's some stocks out there I'm watching, and I'm just going to rattle through them, okay? All of these really are found. This is my new favorite scan. It's just the Davis and I'm just any box and my filters. It's all about the filters. I'm filtering for relative strength about 85 and a close above a 50 exponential. I'm not searching for anything that's done under $250,000 of shares traded. And I'm scanning the ASX, Nasdaq, NISI. It's really this is my main scan now. I just love it. I love data scans, but then I get to add my moving averages and my relative strength in. So it's my go-to. I'm doing all my other scans still, but this is really kind of the one I'm preferring. And CRB obviously is this finance stock on the NISI, blue sky above it, base in. Just don't have to say much else about that, right? It's pretty obvious. EML. Okay, this is even better than last week. This is the one that Craig was showing. It's got this big overhead supply, and this is like obviously a disclaimer, right? EML loves to take people's money. It's one of those powerful stocks that can fake out and just punish you. Like I've been on the receiving end of some EML trades. Okay, but also I've had some winners with it, and you can't. You just need to be objective about it. But it's got massive resistance up here, obviously. Okay, massive resistance zone. And will this be enough to overcome it? Like probably not. It's probably if it breaks out there with any volume, it probably will get up here and falter. But is there a trade between here and here? It's each for their own to figure that out, isn't it? But always nice to get some perspective. Always look before you enter anything. Look at the monthly, look at the weekly, kind of put it on a 50-year, put it on a 10-year. Just take a step back from the chart and just chill out and look at it and get a bigger time frame going on. Have a look where the big resistance and where it might really falter. It's pretty clear on email, isn't it? So that's that. Looking at EOL too, right? It's just this little power play type setup. Big, look at this back here. Shit, it was just perfect, wasn't it? Big move. I don't think it's takeover. I haven't actually checked, to be honest, but it doesn't look like a takeover. Your takeovers are usually gap ups, not big candles on big volume. So, and then we've just got this power play, just tightening. There's over 10 days there. It is thin. Let's just look what's it done today? Value. Shit, it's only 85k, but I guess it's the volume's just drying up, isn't it? Yeah, it can do big volume obviously when shit's going on, but it has the tendency on a lot of the days when it's range bound to do pretty much jack shit. So anyway, that's something. Depends on your account. FBU still hasn't broken out. Still just stuck in that range. That's good. I'd like it to stay there for another 3 months if it wants. Zero shits. It's just going to get better and better the longer it stays there. GSHD. This is this insurance stock. Obviously, it's on the Nasdaq, and this came up in Dava scan. I just want to look at the weekly. It's just been base in there, hasn't it? And it's just pretty obvious. Rising, really strong about its volume, and it's just got clear resistance in a big base in weekly Davis box. So, good old goose head. So watching that. What is another one? I really like this one, but it's too illiquid for me. Might be some tiny accounts out there that people who trade kind of $1,000 trades. I'm not having a go at that, by the way. Good on you. You can always grow an account. It doesn't matter how bloody small it is. Start with $1,000. Get it to $10,000, get that $10,000 and grind up to 100 grand. Then they get that 100 grand and grind to $1 million, right? And that's how it happens. So there's nothing wrong with having a tiny account. But if I did have a tiny account, then I'd have a tiny position on this boy because massive rally and then just dead sideways, right? It's kind of what it's about, right? If you want something with edge, just setups like that. I'm not saying this one's going to 10x from that breakout, but certainly if you just keep taking stocks, setups like that all day long, bang, you're gonna make some legit bank. What else was there? I am looking at FWD on the ASX, but it's just not yet, right? This has come up in the Davis. I'll show you, right? All these are coming up in Davis's, but I like that I like it that it's in a Davis, but I just, it's just rallied off the bottom. I just need that to chill now. So I'll put that in a watch list. We'll see what it does over the next week or two. And I'm looking at this tightening little thing on MAU. And so this is in a Davis too, right? I believe someone they've been talking about on the forum maybe as well. But it's just one of these metal names that is strong. A lot of metal stocks are strong at the moment. And it's just, giving a really tight little range here. They can give me my little magic 10 days within that box, and now I'll trade it. And if you look at gold, let's just have a look at some of the big gold names like NST. They're just churning. The gold ETF, churning. I feel like it. Gold. Anyway, I just feel like I don't know even why I brought gold up. I just, it's not something that I'm actually just looking at heavily at this second, because I just feel like there's not over heaps of setups. A lot of metal names are setting up. Let's have a look at Barber, right? Just have a quick look at the Asian names, because there's, the Barber had this I think it was pretty telling, right? I was hoping this was just going to go on with it. I didn't trade Barber on this, but obviously I'm in YUMC, so it's highly correlated, and had this kind of break up and then a fake down. And it was just like, there's some big stuff coming out with China over the next week, with tariffs, and I know Trump's new tariffs on, what is it, April 2nd or 3rd or 3rd or something like that. And there's some shit, obviously China's, it's going to be big news, and it's going to be volatile, and this little fake out here isn't great, to be honest, in the short term, in terms of signs for Asia. And it's like little fake outs like that can result in this price just banging down here to the 200. So I know a week or two ago, Asia was hot, and I just think there's some early signs there that it's not that hot anymore. Shit changes quick in the markets, eh? Yeah, that's it, guys. Sorry it's late. That's just kind of life right now. But I always get these out around about the same time every week. I hope everyone's well. Hit me up on the forum, guys. I am still on there every day. I haven't been as active the last week, but it is pretty cool. Hey, it's cranking away. And there's some really good posts that someone started here, learning a bit. Where is it? Shit. Sorry. Where is it? There was a post where everyone you hear get to know series. It's pretty cool, eh? Everyone's kind of talking about their, where they're from and what they've done, and it's really cool. If you haven't jumped on it yet, jump on it, guys. Really awesome community there, and it's good times, and I'm learning a lot myself by just learning from everyone else. There's people in here with a wealth of experience, hey, and it's pretty cool. Take care, guys. Cheers.